Joining us right now is one of the leaders of last night's protest, Rashad Turner of Black Lives Matter St. Paul. Rashad, what happened?
Good morning. Good morning. Just to be clear, Black Lives Matter St. Paul was in tandem with several groups, so we don't want to say we took the lead on that last night. I'm very disturbed by what I've seen, what I witnessed with my own eyes, people throwing rocks, bottles, pipes at officers. They made that situation dangerous for the kids that were out there, so that's what's got me frustrated. It's ridiculous. It cannot happen. It's not what we do here in St. Paul. It's not what we do in the Twin Cities. It does not honor Philando Castile.
All right, so you are condemning those that were violent last night?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Right. You were there yourself and saw it. I mean, tell us what happened.
I mean, basically, you had peaceful protesters on the freeway exercising their right to demonstrate, and you had outside agitators up on Concordia Avenue who didn't care about other people's safety, didn't care about officers. I'm talking about boulders this big being thrown at officers.
But, Mr. Turner, once you get onto the interstate, though, isn't that in and of itself an escalation? I mean, it's illegal to be on the interstate. It's dangerous to those of you who are out there, dangerous to motorists. Will you continue that kind of a tactic?
Well, what I would say is that the demonstrators were peaceful on the freeway. The officers showed restraint, a lot of restraint on the freeway. So people are going to protest, and as long as it's peaceful, I think the point is to disrupt. And I think that the protesters did a great job on the freeway showing their restraint. The officers did a great job, but it was the outside agitators up top who sort of ruined the night for everyone. I had seen little kids running, crying, and that's not acceptable. It's disgusting, and we hope that that does not happen again.
Going forward, there are protests scheduled for today, a number of them.
Yes.
You are one of the leaders of Black Lives Matter St. Paul. People are looking to you for leadership. What is your message to those who will go out and protest today?
My message is clear. We need to be peaceful. We need to exercise our First Amendment rights, but that does not include harming others. I lost my father to gun violence, so I know that, you know, the death of Philando in our neighborhood and our community has been really heavy. There's a lot of heavy hearts, a lot of angry people who are emotional. But again, I want to make it very clear that these were not residents of St. Paul. This is a neighborhood where I've grown up my whole life, and the people who I seen throwing rocks were not people that I know.
There is so much anger and so much violence right now. What can you do, what can we all do to make this a better place, a better community?
Well, I think that we need to, have elected officials who are going to work on criminal justice reform. I mean, I think that is the beginning of this, that causes these sort of back and forth, us versus them mentality. The one thing I can appreciate is that during last night's protest, Chief Axtell, Chief Iovino had great communication. We were in contact the whole night. There were several times where they made exceptions or allowed a truck to be cleared from the scene because it had youth on it. So, we have to work on race relations. I'm a little frustrated that people are kind of starting to make this Philando Castile death a gun control issue. I think it's a civil rights violations type issue, and that does no good that we politicize this and turn it into a gun control thing.
Well, listen, Rashad Turner, it has been a long night for you. I want to thank you for coming in and answering some of these tough questions. I appreciate it.
No problem.